Falter of Istak, Suantraí Íosa, where we're looking at the readings for tomorrow, Saturday, the 30th of September, the feast of Saint Jerome. Saint Jerome is the one who translated the Bible from Hebrew and Greek into Latin and gave us the Vulgate scriptures, which were the basic scriptures in the church as we emerge in the period of time from the Greek-speaking church into the Latin-speaking church. He was an extraordinary human being, lived an extraordinary life, was a mixture of a genius and a saint and a very difficult man. There are notes about him under the video on YouTube. He was the one who said, ignorance of Scripture is ignorance of Christ. And I can remember Pope John Paul II, St. John Paul, telling us that as students for the priesthood, to dedicate ourselves to the Word of God. The first reading is taken from the prophet Zechariah. When the Persians gave permission for the rebuilding of Jerusalem and the rebuilding of the temple, there was a drawback. They decided that they wouldn't allow Jerusalem to have walls, lest it become a place of opposition to the Persian Empire. And the people were upset at this. And God, through the prophet Zechariah, is saying, no, I will be your protection. I will be your walls. I have plans for Jerusalem, plans that you don't know about, but plans that will bring Jerusalem great blessings. Sometimes we're all taken up in our own security. At the time, the thing to have was a wall around the city. The people are despondent because they're sticking to their plans, and God is saying, my plans for you are different. And the prophet Jeremiah has this canticle or this song in his book, and it talks about the Lord will guard us as a shepherd guards his flock. And young people will rejoice and dance, for the Lord will turn our mourning into joy if we put our trust in him. And the gospel tomorrow, at a time when everybody was looking at the ministry of Christ as being successful, Christ turns to his disciples and says to them, the Son of Man is going to be handed over into the power of men. They didn't understand he was talking about the passion, and they were afraid to ask him what he really meant. But Christ is clear from the beginning that his journey is going to end on Calvary, where he will sacrifice himself for our salvation. God's love will be demonstrated to mankind without the slightest doubt on Calvary, and all who gaze on the Son of Man lifted up will be healed. Let us look to Christ as our salvation. With thoughts such as these, let us go to our beds, and let us pray that we shall indeed awaken in the morning with the praise of God on our hearts and on our lips. Agus gamanal dia ila kópach shev, ahar mak agus spirit nev. Amen. Slán go fóill. Bye for now.